Yes, and then she told you to go back to...
Because I need context. How am I supposed to know about bionics
but
if I don't know what
he's
the
explaining what he wrote. Then listen to what he's saying first and finish. Then come back to ask a question.
Let me go back to where you are. A bionic. Where does it stem from? What is that?
The way I see it, Team Stones are definitely going to lose this debate, because what is all these arguments that I'm seeing all over the place? It was an argument that lasted for a while, sha. So let's talk about that and some other things that happen in the house. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, please do subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So Themba and Terry, they were having an argument regarding her behavior towards others when they are trying to make a point, and it was just mainly about the fact that she gets to intrude a lot of times. So the back and forth, I don't even know how the thing turned to a major back and forth. It just kept going on and on. I'm like, you guys should settle down. There's a debate coming. The way things are going, they might just lose the task. I'll be their wager task on Thursday. So apparently what caused all of this is that Gash1 was trying to explain what he had written down in his book, his own points for the debate, and while he was saying that, Terry kind of intruded or interrupted him and asked him a question on what he said. So he mentioned something, he made mention of something, a word, I think, I can't remember the exact word, but he mentioned that word, and Terry now asked him what it was. And when all of this was happening, I think someone was in the diary room session, so we did not really see the beginning. Themba now took it up and started to have this back and forth with her, like, why are you interrupting him? Why not let him finish before you ask your question? And then Terry was all like, well, she's trying to understand what that particular word that he used is, in case maybe they throw the question at her when you're going for that debate. She's trying to understand that one. And then Themba was like, no, that you don't do that, that it's better you allow him to finish, that he might even have maybe had in mind to explain that thing that you're asking, right? Then at a point Themba now said that he's doing the whole thing on purpose, because this is the way she acts to other people when they're trying to make a point. So the reason why this argument is going the way it's going, like he's intruding and he's interrupting the argument, and then, you know, he's talking over her, is because that's what she does to other people. So he's just trying to let her see what she does that is not cool.
You do this all the time, and it doesn't give another person a chance to speak. That's why I did it to you now. That's why you ran and went to Gash.
But I don't mind that. I'm asking him,
but
what
we
did
mind
you
it,
do
because we are not like you. We mind it. I need to be heard.
But
I don't want somebody coming into my mouth.
I can understand Terry's angle, because it's okay for her to ask a question on something that she doesn't understand, right? But the way Themba was looking at it is that she didn't allow Gash1 to finish. So because we did not meet the beginning of the conversation, I don't know how the question was asked, whether it was like, you know, just asking in such a way that I was going to throw Gash1 off balance. I don't know how it started, so I can't really say, but that's what happened between the both of them. I don't think it was something serious, because they still kept on working on the task. Meanwhile, there was a game that they played earlier on, the snake and ladder game, but this time it was like snake and ladder game in human form. So they have to go on they have to do it by themselves and be moving by themselves. So apparently, while they're playing the game, there are parts of the game where if you land on it, or if you get to the end or something like that, you're going to pick an envelope, and in that envelope you're going to read out what it says you should do. So there are different things that they were asked to do. Sister Mara was asked to do, like I think like a snake or something like that on the board. But for some reason, Terry's own punishment extended beyond the game. I was thinking that the punishment was only going to be like something that they would do that time. But for Terry's own punishment, it went beyond the game. It's something that she's supposed to do till evening, till the time for them to sleep or for them to have their bath. Basically, she was punished to hop around the house. So she's not going to walk normally. Anywhere she's going to, she has to keep hopping. And I'm like, what kind of punishment is this? So it was very funny, especially when she was going into the diary room, when Big Brother called her for a diary room session. She was just hopping. It was actually funny to see her. So yeah, I think it's a nice punishment. So she hopped around the house until she now went to her bed this evening. Then they had their diary room sessions today, and some interesting things were said in the diary room. So I just picked out a few things that I felt are, you know, interesting, or things that I feel like I should address. So for Tato's diary room session, Big Brother asked her why he noticed that she was kind of amused during her pleading session with Themba, that what was that all about. And then Tato was like, it's not amusement, that was not the case. That she was smiling, but the smile was not based on, okay, it's funny, nothing was funny. Then immediately she went in there, she saw Themba, she just did that, more, it's Themba that is definitely going to be the one to influence who will go with the finals with him. So she already knew when she got into that place, and she knew that Themba was not going to choose her. So like, what's the point of all of that?
When I walked in, I immediately thought that Themba was going to decide who's in the top 5, and I knew for a fact he wouldn't choose me. So when I saw that, it was like my whole life came flashing before my eyes. So the laughing wasn't laughing, it was shock, you know, like an out of body.
And I told you guys yesterday, I actually liked Tato's pleading session because she already knew her fate. So there was no point in trying to convince and beg. Like, he is not going to choose you. Even those that came, said all the bobo tibo, pleaded, everything. Well, he already knew who he wanted to save, and he even said it today in his room session that he already knew who he wanted to save, although the pleading kind of made it more difficult for him, but he still went with the people that he planned to save from even before the pleading. So well, it was not even it was a useless pleading session. Then another person that their diary room session was Tulz. He revealed some things today that I was just looking at him like, Tulz. Okay, let me just say it first before I start even talking about it. Basically, do you guys know that Libo and Terry, they've been having an issue? I even talked about the whole heated argument, or Libo receiving the heat from Terry and Paul. So apparently Tulz is the mastermind behind all of that. I was shocked to hear it. I'm like, Tulz, what's going on here?
For someone else, or Tulani, I would have just kept quiet and kept it moving. But Tulz saw an opportunity to sort of create this split between the two of them. The two of them had become very close. So I wondered, if Terry wins HOH, what if she chooses Libo?
Like, he just planted a seed in Terry's mind, also planted a seed in Libo's mind. So that's why Terry went at Libo for the whole close situation. That why would Libo blame Tulz for taking her property? Now Tulz is angry at her. So that Tulz's anger at her was all planned. Like, hey God, this is also funny. I personally don't like that kind of game. I know Big Brother is a game and everything, but I feel like Big Brother is more of a reality show than a game. I keep saying this whole thing because the reason I look at it that way is because almost everything is determined by voters, and voters don't really even care about, I think most, when it comes to voters, they just relate to personality. They might just like your personality. If you bring some kind of drama, yes, people would, relate to you and support you. The outsiders are also part of the game. It would have been better for a show or for a game that doesn't have to be determined, or the winner doesn't have to be determined by the viewers, because we the viewers are seeing what is really happening. So if they don't like you, they don't like you. Like, if you like manipulate your way to the finals, they're still going to do what they want to do. Although I applaud him for the fact that he was able to play his game and get to this point. That is huge. But I'm not one to be in support of like manipulation, lying and all of that in the name of game. I don't support that kind of behavior. You can be genuine and still get to the finals. So yeah. Then when it comes to Themba, in his diary room session, people asked him, because he said that it was 2 people that he had to save, so it was a difficult decision for him. That maybe if it was 3 people, it would have been easier. People now asked him that if it was 3 people, who would have been the 3rd person that he would have saved? I said saved. Yeah, what did I say saved? He would have saved. So he was like, he would have saved Gash1.
Tell people who else you would have taken with you to the finale.
Well, definitely Gash1. I'll take Gash1 up there. Not because of anything, because I feel like he's a worthy opponent also to be up there.
I feel like Themba is for the guys on a general note, to be honest. Apart from now, there are several times they've had meetings and they used to be like, okay, we should stand by each other and all. I think he's for the guys. That's why he chose Gash1, and it left for him to just take all the guys to the finale. So apparently Gash1 would have been the other person that he would have saved. For Umpa's diary room session, what she said that I took note of is the fact that people asked her how she feels about Themba choosing her as deputy, and she was like, she doesn't like handouts. She doesn't like somebody will just give her something. She likes to know that she worked for it and she got it.
I don't like handouts, Big Brother. But that's how I felt that yesterday was, but I had to accept it and be a team player. But I'm happy to be deputy, and that means responsibility that I have been away from for such a long time.
And I understand, baby girl, I understand. To be honest, when he chose as deputy, I was like, if I'm in her shoes, I'm not gonna walk. I'm I'm not going to do any work. What kind of useless deputy head of house position is that does not come with immunity or anything, right? So to be honest, that's what I just said yesterday, that I'll just be cruising my way to whatever wants to happen should happen, but I'm not about to stress myself for a position that will not give me immunity. So I understand her saying that she wanted to really work for it and all. Then for Gash1 in his diary room session, we will asked him also about how he feels about Themba's decision, and Gash was like, he kind of understood, especially based on the conversation he had with Gash1, had with Themba. He just knew that Themba would rather take the other people that are not maybe as strong. Felt like, okay, Themba sees him as a threat or as a major competition.
Something that I need to accept, because I believe if I was in his position, I would have to do tough decisions. And from the reason I gave, probably proves to me personally that he also feels a bit threatened by taking me. He'll rather risk putting me up to see if I can actually make it to the finals myself.
To be honest, that's actually the truth, because even Themba has been saying that he doesn't want to take strong people to the finale. So he believes that these people are too strong to, battle with in the finale. That's it for the diary room sessions. Is there any other thing? For now, they're just still preparing for their Thursday arena, Thursday arena games. Their Thursday presentation on their task. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye. Love you.